Could you say a little bit about judicial settlement, Nadia?
Yes, judicial settlement is a process that is similar to judicial mediation. So I might say something about both of those processes. Judicial mediation first is mediation by a judge who is a sitting judge, so not a retired judge but an active judge. And you'll find a lot of judicial mediation, particularly in civil law jurisdictions. So in judicial mediation, a judge will try to mediate the dispute, and if it doesn't settle, it will then go to another judge for hearing. The reason this is in the advisory category, though, is because all of the empirical evidence shows that this type of mediation is typically advisory because, first of all, you've got a judge, a judge in the role of the third party, so there's that sort of expectation of what a judge might do or say. But also there are usually time limitations, so you might have an hour, 2 hours, maximum 3 hours, right, to settle a legal dispute. And the focus is on the legal issues, in the dispute typically.
Okay.
Judicial settlement is very similar. The difference is that in judicial settlement, and it also emerges primarily out of the civil law jurisdictions, if the matter doesn't settle in judicial settlement, the same judge will go on and hear the matter. And if you look at the legislation surrounding courts and judges in numerous European countries, civil law European countries, judicial settlement has a long history, longer than ADR in fact. So in Germany, for example, it's a requirement that judges try to settle the dispute before they hear it and make a determination. Now that settlement could be, well, are you parties, in a position to settle? They might say, no, Your Honour. Okay, fine, I'll hear the matter. That could be it. Mm-hmm. Or it could be a lot more as well.
Okay.
Right? So, judicial settlement is really up to the judge. Typically, there are no private sessions in judicial settlement processes. So that, there are no issues around bias in that way, sort of a judge talking privately to parties.